Hello everyone, I want to invite you to a small chat and talk here on the showcase sires that I promised you at proof time that we would do. The showcase flyer is now out and some people got it back at Expo, and we will have some here at the office. If you're interested in one, contact the office or myself and we can get one of the showcase flyers to you. They are also available online at Select Sires if you'd like to go see one right now with all the bulls that are included in the showcase. So I guess kind of starting off on this thing, the one thing I always like to say is, well, these opinions are always mine and what I see and what I'm going out there, and hopefully help you guys make decisions from my travels and what I hear and things I hear from other staff and members throughout the Select Sire family. The first bull we'll start off with today is a 7H13839 Tattoo. First of all, with the COVID and years to show, some of these bulls have been kind of on hold for a year, and Tattoo finally got his debut out in the show ring this year with 2-year-olds coming in and doing a great job. He's got a classic pedigree for us. He's a gold chip out of a Durham, out of the Treasure family, the Tokyo cow, 2 excellent cows, and great type individuals with amount of production and a maternal family that all of us who like to breed this type of cow certainly like to see these bulls stacked up. So it's no surprise that these are beautiful udder 2-year-olds, very youthful and sharp and clean, and they are winning on the top of their classes. And I think the story on Tattoo is yet to be told as these cows mature like the Durhams and the Gold Chips have in the past into beautiful 3, 4, 5-year-olds and aged cows. So I think we'll be hearing about Tattoo for a long time to come, and I do expect someday we'll probably see one of those be a champion at the World Dairy Expo down the road. Again, on his pedigree, you see he's +2 on type, he's +2 on his udders. Bull that is low cell count at 2.65. He's plus on his productive life, and so he does have a few positive of the health traits that people are looking for now. Again, he really balanced linear as you go through. He's a crush son, crush a Dorman son that has made really nice udders out there. So everything stacks in his favor. I think he's a bull to be here for a long time. It's great to see a bull that was used and loved so much as a young bull come back and return to the proven lineup as a solid showcase bull, and we'll be seeing him for years to come. The next bull I want to talk about, of course, is my all-time favorite bull, 250H12961 Doc. King Doc continues to improve with time. More and more daughters calving out. Daughters now in their second lactation. A bull that is certainly making a splash, whether it be in the show ring, whether it be in the milk barn. The commercial dairies that I go to have them, just love them, love the way they're developing. They're surprised at a bull with this strong amount of type in production, and he gets to this type by being such a consistent bull. He's a bull, as I've said before, you can go through a pen of 80, 90 cows and there'll be 20 or 30 in there, and I bet you would be able to pick these all out. He's consistent in his pattern, they're dairy, they're open, beautiful teat placement, quality udders, cows that are going to, again, get better in time. Again, as I've said before, he's a King Boy son, hails back in through debutante to the Roxy family. You have Atwood in his pedigree and Durham way back there. Just a bull that does everything. I don't know that we've had a bull, like I say, with this amount of type before and this amount of milk production. He's still a high TPI bull at 2814. I have seen people kick up and starting to use them again in IVF and flesh programs, being that they're so pleased at what they're doing. We do have sons, we have grandsons coming into the program we'll talk about next. So definitely a bull that his impact is being felt worldwide. He continues to be a bull that's on our allocation list because the demand for semen continues to be quite strong. Both with Doc and Tattoo, if you do get a chance, Select Sires has posted a new video of the bulls on parade, and they have Tattoo in there, Doc, Homecoming, a few of the other bulls that we'll talk about today, with some more information on these bulls and some information on the bulls as individuals. And you can actually see these bulls being paraded and videoed and see them for yourself. So I strongly recommend that you go and view the Select Sires video, Bulls on Parade, and some of our great sire analysts are there to give you some more insight on these bulls to help along with what I'm telling you today. Next bull we'll talk about is 7H15634, a bull that was released here probably about 6-7 months ago, Cadillac. Cadillac is one of our early showcase King Doc sons. He's a King Doc out of a King Boy, back to the 95-point mogul. Quite a classic pedigree as far as Select Sires, with some great bulls in the pedigree. His dam being a King Boy, a favorite again amongst good breeding people who like the great scoring show type cows, making many high scoring cows, but also a bull that was really loved by a lot of the commercial herds. King Boy continues to sell very well still today into a lot of herds, so still a big demand on him. Putting Doc back on that, again, we're doubling a King Boy there, but certainly I think that's a great thing. And then we've got Mogul, a 95-point Mogul, very well-known cow, the King Ransom cleavage cow, cow that was very popular, beautiful uddered cow. If you've ever seen the picture of this cow, just a balanced cow, tying again another great bull. And then behind that we have a 92-point Goldwyn. So he's got everything stacked in his favor to make the right kind, beautiful linear, a bull that's plus 900 pounds of milk, 340 on type, 277 on udders. So again, a bull that's got positive production, positive components, high type bull, great pedigree, a brand new bull. Calves should be hitting the ground this coming spring. Should be an exciting bull to see in the future. The next bull we're going to talk about are the three brothers. Actually, we're going to talk about the three bulls, the sons out of the Hanker cow, which has been a great brood cow at the Seamers herd, 94-point Mogul. Again, Mogul in the back of so many great pedigrees, whether it be maternally or paternally. Definitely a great bull of our times. The dam was a Monterey that was scored 85 again as a 2-year-old. I've explained before that was lost shortly after an IVF program, fresh second calf. All of her full sisters are now excellent. No doubt that this would have been an excellent cow. The Montereys have beautiful frames and size. Some people always say, well, who is Monterey again? And I'm like, well, Monterey was a McCutcheon son out of a robust, out of a Zenith. He had a classic pedigree of great uddered frame and type bulls that we have here at Select Sires. A bull that was at one of our competitors but did a great job. And then we put King Doc on top of that. I think we've got three outstanding young bulls. The one we'll talk about first is 250H14579, Hancock. Hancock, probably we talk about a little more. He got used right out the gate. He was like the first one out. So there's a few more daughters got used right away on some of the higher type, higher show pedigrees. We've seen some of these young daughters of this bull win a lot of fairs and state shows throughout this past spring. I think with more shows opening up this next year and these daughters maturing nicely, we're going to see a lot more Hancocks in the ring. Again, he's a bull plus over 1,200 to milk, 3.6 type, 3.10 for udders. Bull that does a lot of great things, and he's right at 2.2 for calving ease. So, sex semen available, conventional semen. A bull that also I've had really good luck with him actually in fertility on a lot of the herds that I've used him on. Some of them have gone back and used him again for that reason. But certainly making tall, stylish dairy daughters that people like. We look forward to seeing these calve here coming up probably in next fall. I think we might see a few of these. His brother Hanford, seeing a lot of calves around. What I like about these are a little bit different to me. They're very balanced, a little more width throughout, very strong. They're very, if you look at the bull's picture, they're marked all kind of pretty much the same, just these white kind of balanced calves with a lot of strength, a lot of width. I have seen a lot of places say they're very easy calves to raise. They have a lot of strength and vigor, not a lot of, so they're very healthy calves. Again, he is a Doc, full brother to our last bull, a 7H14838. We'll probably see a few more of these heifers maybe coming out this spring into the show. And he's a bull that was 600 of milk, but plus on components, not as high milk as his brother, but still 3.5 on type and plus 3 points on udders. Again, I think it'll be interesting with time to see how these bulls pan out and see who kind of gets to the top. I think we're going to see all 3 bulls pretty much maybe hit the lineup. The third brother that we don't hear about as much is a bull by the name of Handsome, 7H14734, and he kind of came after those 2 just a little bit, kind of close to the same time as Hanford. The other 2 bulls had already been used and quite common, people were comfortable with using, and you know, this might be the best one of the 2. He is over 1,000 of milk. Again, 3.28 on type, 2.5 on udders. Calves on him, I haven't seen many yet, just a few. Again, very nice calves. I find them to have a little more of the pattern of Hancock, where they're a little longer, taller dairy year calves than the Hanfords, where the Hanfords are the more balanced, more strength. But again, putting in some nice calves, bulls that have been used very heavily. And kind of right now, we're just going about using them. It's kind of a wait and see on these 3 bulls, but definitely if you're looking to get some King Doc sons in your herd, we started off with Cadillac and then these 3 brothers that are doing a good job. That being should be very easy for you to get the King Doc blood added into your herd. The next bull on here that we're going to talk about is 7H15325 Hanas, another bull bred again at the Seamers herd. Little bit the same, but a little bit different. He is an Excalibur son out of a full sister to the last 3 bulls I talked about. She is now 92 points, doing a great job, a cow that is being used heavily there in their IVF program. Hanas is a bull that's plus 394 in milk. He is over 3.8 on type and 3 points on udder. And I know the last time I did a search here recently, I believe he's the only bull in the breed that is plus over 300 pounds of milk, plus 3 points for type and 3 points for udders. I know his sales continue to be very good out here. I know I've moved quite a bit of his semen. Again, looking at Hanas being an Excalibur son, an Excalibur bull that is in our lineup. Excalibur was a King Royal son that was quite popular out of a silver, bred back in the Sandy Valley herd. So there's a lot of good things on both sides of this pedigree. It's not surprising that this bull is a high type bull with high production. I look forward to this bull doing some great things. Excalibur, King Doc, Monterey, Mogul, to me, is just kind of a modern day dream pedigree. So I think he'll continue to be a very popular bull for us. He's also a plus on productive life at 2.3 and continues to be, I could say, a great sire for us to see some type calves. Again, springtime definitely will be some calves on the ground. And added bonus, he is an A2 bull, so you can get type production, A2, and just great animals with a great pedigree by using 7H15325 Hanas. The next bull we're going to bring in is another Excalibur son out of a King Doc, a little bit different family, but not an unknown family. He's the King Doc out of a Dorman. The next dam, a very popular Damien daughter that we used and advertised quite a bit, 95-point Damien, and we've worked with some other offspring of this cow throughout the years. There's another brother to him in the lineup right now, a showcase bull, but he is an Excalibur son. Again, a bull that I've seen do really good fertility. He's plus 230 of milk. He's 3.3 on type, 2.5 on udders, plus 1.5 on feet and legs. I look for this bull to sire some really beautiful, tall, flat bone, open heifers with some style. Actually very excited to see some of these hit the ground here shortly. There's definitely a lot of pregnancies, people still using him quite a bit. And he's a bull I think that definitely to keep an eye on as we go forward. Plus his production, he's a high component bull with really good fats. I think he's plus 0.20 on his components, and a bull that is also plus on conception, and that I can say is a true thing. 2 or 3 commercial herds that I've had use and him have gone back to using him because he did such a great job with fertility for him. So if you're looking for a great show bull with fertility and production and components and high type, 7H15477 Derby. Next bull I'm talking about is 250H15329 OCD Thunderstruck. A little bit different pedigree in the showcase bulls. That's kind of why I like him. He is a Blonde and Thunderstorm Son, a bull that was used in Canada, extremely high type bull that was used there quite a bit. The next dam, the 94-point Delta daughter, Delta Missy, and then followed by another 94-point dam. Again, a great maternal line, great maternal family, a bull that's plus over 200 of milk, plus on his components. He's again over 3 points on type and 2.3 on udders. Again, he adds a little bit something different. Again, with Thunderstorm, for those of you who don't know, was a Jacoby son, another bull that we had in our Generations lineup that was known for his high type, who was out of a Beamer dam. So it's filled with a lot of great bulls from the Select Sire Showcase lineup, bulls that made super fabulous udders, cows that people really liked. Again, this bull has been quite popular and used quite a bit. He's a little, like I say, it's somewhat of an outcross to some of the bulls that we have in our lineup because it's just a different maternal family that we don't have a lot of in the Showcase family as some of the other bulls we do. So his sales have been well. He's moved good. Again, a bull that is plus for conception, and a bull that I'm real excited to see some calves as they hit the ground. Again, we should see some nice uphill, framey, open-ribbed heifers with some strength and dairiness to them. So this could be quite an exciting bull for us in the future. Next bull, 250H 15397 Homecoming. Extremely popular bull now, and this is a bull that can be used as far as showcase bull, but also a bull if you're looking at high TPI bull. He's kind of what we would call the crossover type bull, a bull that's over 600 of milk, plus on his components, 115 of fat, 2.6 on type, 2.4 on udders, and 28.79 on his TPI. Again, a bull that does, he's a Spartacus son. If you haven't seen many of the Spartacus heifers yet, I've seen them out in the heifer lots. They're beautiful heifers, open rib, nice frame, balanced, well-grown heifers, but he is a Spartacus out of another Delta, the Habitan cow, which is doing quite a job. We have some more members of this family in our lineup, through the regular lineup and type lineup. This family seems to always transmit really strong type with production, good components, going back to the Halo cow, a cow that we've worked with way back. So again, a strong family that has been popular with AI. Many solid bulls through the family. Homecoming comes through with a little bit different pedigree, an outcross to use on your King Docs and your tattoos and other lines that we didn't have, something totally new, something different. Again, a popular bull, quite a demand right out the gate. Supply seems to be going really good on him. He's also an A2 bull. Just because some of these bulls, I like to tell people, even I didn't talk about on Hanas, some of these bulls are in the back in our showcase program, and people write them off. Some of these bulls are 2,800 TPI. They are as good as bulls that are in front of the book, and you should really be taking a look through the whole book and looking at all the bulls, because some of these bulls definitely are the type of bulls, if they were in the other section of the book, a lot of you would be using them. So don't always write that corner off anymore as just, oh, those minus show bulls, because there are some great young bulls. Our sire staff has done a really good job of bringing bulls like this, like Hanas with Excalibur and the Pedigree and Derby and Homecoming, and a few of these other bulls, the next bull that we'll talk about. So please take a look at all the bulls we have in the lineup, and just because he's designated showcase doesn't mean he's not a genomic giant. The next bull to bring up that comes along that same line as we just talked about with Homecoming is 7H15524 Handshake. Handshake is a Tropic son, Tropic, a bull in waiting, still at Select, that should have a proof coming out shortly, a bull that is a really strong type bull. Again, this bull is bred at the Seamers herd for something a little different. A Tropic out of a Delta Lambda. Again, Delta was a Mogul son that has done a really good job. You'll see quite a few of these Delta Lambdas and quite a few of the pedigrees. He's a good type bull, solid production. The next dam is one of the Monterey's that I talked about that is an excellent sister to the dam of the bulls Hancock, Handsome, and Hanford. So again, it kind of ties in that family, going a little bit different, a little outcross away from what we currently have on that family. He's a bull that is high on fat and protein. He's 3 points on type, 2.5 on udders, almost 2 for feet and legs. He is 28.16 for his TPI. Again, if you're looking for something a little different, a little bit of outcross with components and type and a real balanced linear, a bull that's positive on a lot of his health traits. He's plus 2.9 on productive life, plus on his fertility index. Definitely is a bull to take a look at, again, to make something different. Again, a bull that's been popular. I've had a lot of people do a lot of IVF with him and homecoming in the recent months, just because they have this little bit different to them, but yet are going to make the right kind. They come from those maternal families and strong kind of cow families that Select Sires loves having in their showcase bulls. Now we're going to move into the red bulls here, and what a day for Warrior Red at Expo, 7H14477. He's been kind of waiting. We've already got some fresh 2-year-olds out of him. They are the very youthful kind that you would expect, with very snug, beautiful udders. We'll get more information here over the next couple months on him. Definitely going to be a show giant. He was the premier sire for the red and white breed for the heifer show this year. Right out the gate, he's got champions showing up everywhere in state shows and regional shows and district shows, national shows. Definitely making a big splash, as we thought he would be. He is, again, an avalanche son out of a Dorman, who the next dam is an excellent Goldwyn. There's a story about these cow family if you look her up in the Bullvine, and it's quite an impressive story of the family. Behind the Goldwyn was a Leduc, again, a bull that was popular in his days, a Jedson for type and show, that did a great job. And behind that is Red Marker, and then Hanover Hill Lincoln, and then you really get to some old bulls like Agro Acres Unique and Agro Acres Ned. Again, the type and the frames and the show bulls that are in this pedigree lead Warrior Red to being an all-time great bull for these reasons. Again, he has a great linear, a bull that is 3.47 for type, 2.2 on udders. Again, is a bull like I think we'll see with Tattoo as we get more daughters freshened by next fall. I think you'll see a greater impact to him on the younger cows as they mature, and these are going to be the kind of cows that I think we'll look down at 3, 4, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds. But I would say we haven't had a bull like another member of the Apple family, Advent, that had this much impact on the heifer show like a Warrior has this year. Again, doing a great job. People still using him, still in a lot of IVF programs. And again, I think the best is yet to come on Warrior Red. Another bull just starting to make a splash in the red breed is 7H15023, Analyst Red. Analyst Red, again, is an unstoppable son. Unstoppable is an avalanche son. The next dam is the Byway Affection cow, a cow that is now 94 points, a cow that was shown at Madison this year, is fresh again. She had done well as a 2-year-old. I think she was 5th or 6th, if I remember right, at the Royal before COVID and the shows were shut down. A cow that has matured beautiful, just a beautiful, tall, long dairy cow, a cow that has a great future and a great promise. Like I said, up to 94 points, now fresh again. One of the great Byway daughters, and this the Analyst calves, I've seen a lot of them over the last couple months in the ground, and they are tall and they are long and they are dairy. Beautiful calves, healthy calves, a lot of stretch. I think there have been a few shows that have done really well back on the East Coast. I think you'll see a lot of him show up this next spring and definitely next fall. He's a bull that I know for me, I've had demand for sales on him again, and he has increased. People are really satisfied with what they're getting. And if you're looking for a bull to do that length and stretch and size and make these beautiful red calves, a little bit different on the pedigree in some ways as where you still have Apple, but adding Byway, sometimes it's just little bits switch up these breeds a little bit and bringing in some of these bulls. I mean, Byway did such a nice job of siring really good cows with open rib and beautiful udders, and hopefully this is what comes through from his dam, comes through on the Analyst, and he's a bull that we see in the future. The big plus on this bull, why he gets a big demand back, is his conception rate is phenomenal. He's plus 1.7. People are extremely happy with the fertility. Problem breeding cows that people kind of lose hope for, and they're able to get them pregnant. Always makes them happy. So he definitely, that is a market that he fits in very well. Next bull, an oldie but goodie, staying with the red breed and the black breed, the Holstein breed, 7H 12587 Diamondback. He came out this year at World Dairy Expo as the premier sire of the red and white show. Bull that we still have semen available. He's a beautiful individual. People tell me if you get a chance to see him, just a really wonderful bull. He's a Dorman son out of a 94-point talent out of Apple herself, a bull that has made many friends around the world. You get talent, you got Black Rose, you got Apple, you've got the Durham Attitude family. I mean, he really puts it all together in his pedigree. Just some of the greatest cows that we've seen in the breed as far as transmitting great pedigrees and type and families come out in Diamondback, a bull that we still sell quite a bit of semen on. He still moves great. I still have demand for him out here. He's a great fertility bull at 1.3 with lots of information. A bull that's plus 2.47 type, 1.93 on udders, and 1.41 on feet and legs. Just thought he's a bull to mention. He's still a bull. If you haven't used him in the past, you might want to use again. And I think if you still have that special cow where you're looking for that right kind of bull for a mating, for something that's tried, true, and solid, Diamondback, we'll hear about Diamondbacks for many years to come. So he's still around, going to stay around, and still going to be one of the main staples of the red breed and of the Holstein breed for his great type and great daughters with beautiful udders. The next bulls I'm going to put in are bulls that not designated showcase. These are just Tony Hunch bulls. A lot of people, when I go around, ask me, well, what kind of bulls? Is there anything else we could use? You know, there's this, there's the King Docs, there's, you know, we know those are good. There's Tattoo, and the pedigrees are familiar. Of course, one of the bulls I'm going to mention is 7H 14160, Lester P. He's a bull that came through the program. Again, it's a young bull that I had a lot of faith in. I just liked his pedigree. It just was something different. He was a Zip It P son, which was a bull that had very limited amount of daughters out the gate, but they were really beautiful frame daughters, much like the linear information that you see on Lester P. Now it's his proven information. Zip P is still Zip P is still plus on productive life. He's still plus on DPR. Linear, similar to that you see of Lester P, but Lester P is more extreme as far as doing more than his sire is as far as the right kind. The next dam, again, a King Boy. We already know how that is. Beautiful frames, great bull on both sides, whether it be showcase or whether it be just commercial herds. People love their King Boys, and a bull that has had a tremendous impact in the breed. And then the next cow I've talked about before, the Lawn Boy, Lulu Red Cow, Lawn Boy, a very popular bull back in the day. He had select sires that did a lot in the red breed, and Lulu was one of his poster childs, one that we used to use quite a bit in ads for Lawn Boy. But when you look at Lester P at 1,100 in milk, 106 combined fat and protein, a bull that's over 2 points on type, 2 points on udders, I mean almost 2.5 actually on type, 1.31 on feet and legs. He passed all of his predictions as far as his genomic predictions and went higher. He's always been a great conception bull. He's plus 1.6, a bull that just kind of does everything right as far as I'm concerned. Just seen some daughters. They're tall, they got these wide frames, beautiful udders, and I just feel that this bull is given a chance and used on some of these good pedigreed showcase type families and cows that we see. I'm not going to be surprised to see some of these Lester P's hit the show ring. He makes the right kind. He's coated right. He's a 234 bull, 432 siring stature, flat bone, strength, and frames. A bull that I think would work great on King Docs, great on Tattoos, and a bull that, like I say, has been quite popular, but I will say semen has gotten a little limited as his popularity has grown. So it's a bull you're interested in, talk to your sales reps and get on a list to get semen. He's also an A2 bull, so he's a bull that covers quite a few things, and just a bull that I have a hunch that can be kind of a Tony pick for a crossover bull that can do a great job for commercial breeders as well as showcase breeders. Another proven bull I'm going to add to this is 250H 14134, the number 4 TPI bull, Renegade. It's a bull that's plus 840 in milk, 135 combined fat and protein. He's 1.5 on type, 1.5 on udders. And some of you may say, well, that's not really a high enough type bull to be, have that kind of thing. But don't underestimate this bull and what he can do. His daughters consistently have beautiful, correct udders. And you look at his linear for udders, they're great. His linear is very balanced throughout. He's a bull that sires dairiness and production. He makes balanced cows. If you look at the front of our cover of our book, there's a picture there of the last one that came out in August of all Renegade daughters. His sire Millington is a bull that going out and doing SMS work in herds these days. I come across a lot of him. He got used commercially a lot, and they are hands above anything else when I do SMS. I'll come across like 2 cows. I'm like, wow, that's pretty nice. What is she? And she's a Millington, so I'm not surprised that Renegade has this kind of type. And Renegade's sons, if you look through some of our high bulls in our programs that we have, you'll see that he constantly transmits strong type through his genomic information. So I think a bull, again, given the right chance, used on the right cows, if you're looking for something a little bit different, a little different kind of pedigree, and want to kind of gamble a little bit on your own crossover, maybe try some Renegade. And I would be very curious to see the results, and I think people will be really happy. So again, that's another bull that I've pulled out. I pulled out 2 red bulls. I've mentioned them before. One of them is 7H15427 Rompin' Red. I think we have some great red bulls in the showcase pedigree, but some people want a little bit more milk. They want a little bit more health traits. And so Rompin' Red, a bull that's over 1,400 of milk, a bull that is 2699 TPI. He's 262 type, 267 udders, 1.44 type. His dam is a splendid red. It's kind of a different pedigree there. You got silver going back to a numero uno, and if you keep tracing the pedigree, you go all the way back to Roxy. It's a strong family, strong cows, great bulls, great pedigree. Again, this bull has great type. He's plus 3.3 productive life. And a bull that just kind of has a few health traits that some maybe of the popular showcased red bulls don't have. And if you need to add a little production into a family line, still maintain your type and add some health traits, you should take a look at 7H15427 Rompin' Red. The next bull I want to put in, the other red bull I've used, I had a couple people using him on IVF programs, is 250H15525 McDonald P. Red. He is a Ronald son, Ronald Red Factor bull that has been quite popular in our program. Red Carrier, he's a Holstein bull, but from a great family. Again, a cow family that goes back to the Roxys, if you're talking about, keeping in with cow families and good pedigrees. His dam is a very good Pat daughter. Pat, a red bull here at Select Sires that many of the red breeders like. Just a good solid bull, good udders, good production, good everyday cows. Like the Rompin' Red that we just talked about, he's 2765 TPI. He's one of our higher TPI red bulls, 235 type, 2.74 for udders. A bull that has some of these great traits that we need. He's 1.8 for calving ease. He's good on many of his fitness traits and health traits. So I just feel that he adds a lot in that way. If you look at his linears for udders, it's quite well. He's quite extreme. And also on the production side, a bull that's plus 400 pounds of milk, plus on his components. So again, a bull that offers something a little bit different to the red breed, a little bit of an outcross pedigree, being a Ronald son out of a Pat. He's a red bull himself. He just offers plus on production, really strong and solid type. So again, if high TPI, so if you're looking on a pedigree that you need to add a little production, a little type, a little more of the health, fitness traits, and looking for something a little different, want to use a bull that's positive for production, that's red, and still get great type, I think McDonald P might be a bull that would work well on a lot of these cows. That pretty much concludes our little talk about showcase bulls. For this time, we try to do it every fall when we get the new showcase book. Again, please, if you have time, look at the Bulls on Parade at Select Sires. There's some great information there to add to this on bulls individually. Again, on some of these bulls, like I said, the last 4, they're not showcase bulls. They're bulls they're Tony bulls, bulls that I pick, that I have a good feeling about, that I think they can do some things. We have some strict requirements as far as bulls being in certain programs, but that doesn't mean we can't look at some other bulls on our own and kind of do our own little thing as far as looking for something that might fit, that might work for you. Always feel free to call if you have any questions. Call me, call the office, and look forward to seeing everybody out there, and have a great fall. Thank you.